Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. So welcome to tonight's channeled message. I always call it tonight because I forget that I shoot in the evening, but you may not be watching it in the evening. But welcome to tonight's channeled message. Okay, so I just felt like I was in the mood to do a message for you guys and for myself. Duh. I do it because I'm like, I got the energy to give to you and myself. I was chilling. I was having a good old time. Oh, you see that? It's not exactly how it was supposed to go, but you know, we'll leave it. Yeah, I was chilling. I was just like feeling it, and I wanted to share that message of like what I've been kind of tapping into. After this, I'm gonna do another video for the Wake Up Call. So Wake Up Call is a new series I've created on this channel that's happening into the awakening. It's gonna be essentially anything about. It's going to be tapping into like my awakening process and anything spiritually I'm feeling tapped into that I want to share with you guys. And then just, you know that you're not alone. Know that you're not alone in this awakening process. It feels quite lonely sometimes, but then you realize you're not alone. There's so many people, so many of us who are awakening up to our true self. Awakening up? Waking up and awakening to our true selves. And yeah, I mean, and then you got the hair. Is that lighting? I think the lighting's okay. I think it's okay, maybe. So I just wanted to do a message. So if you're new to this channel is dedicated to your transformation, your alignment, as well as your healing. And of course, I'm an evolving, expansive being. So even as I'm caught, like I choose specific themes and ideas, I'm always so moldable. I'm always so flexible. I always want to learn more. I always want to be a student of life. And that is what I open it up to the experience being for you as well. So share your insights, share what you've learned in the comment section, talk about your stories too, so people know that they're not alone in their experience. Okay, let us tap into the theme, tap. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the theme of this evening. I'm just going to call it the evening. It's going to be tension and flow. And oh my goodness, the messaging that came through was so powerful. Let me just turn off this heater. A minute, it's right there. It's so crazy. It's been like raining like crazy. And right around the time I was uploading another video onto my channel, right around the time it finished uploading, that's when the time just, it aligned perfectly. It was like, and the rain just stopped. It's raining, snowing out there. It's raining, snowing. So it is chilly and I am happy. I am warm and indoors. In fact, I was hot. I had like a little, hoodie, but I had to take it off because it was too hot. Let us ring the singing bow. Ooh, look at that. Smoke. So intense. Okay, so the theme of this evening is going to be tension and flow. I channeled a message. If you guys don't know, when I do these channel messages, I channel a message first. I sometimes pick a theme, sometimes I do not. I chose a theme this time because I'm always inspired. And then I usually do an automatic write, and then I choose a crystal that aligns with like whatever energetically the guides are saying. This has the energy that wants to be chosen. I just realized I burned a little bit of my nail, but it's not a big deal. So the crystal that we've chosen for this evening is the amethyst. I just realized like the focuser is in a very weird place. It's fine though. It's like right on the mic. I was like, why is it right on the mic? So I do an automatic write, and then I like to choose a crystal, and then I pull cards. So tarot and oracle. Let's go ahead and get into the message for this evening. Tension and flow. It's time to take off. The energy felt really intense, but it was connected to the theme, so it made a lot of sense. Tension and flow. Don't try to make sense of everything, but let it make sense. Don't try to make sense of everything, but let everything just make sense. You don't know what you don't know. theories hold up until they don't. If you allow it all to flow, what doesn't make sense will make sense, and what makes sense will no longer make sense. Constantly evolving, shifting, and moving is in our nature. Do not resist it. Let it show you. Humble yourself to the universe and let it show you how spectacular it all can be. And I was like, dang, now that is a good message, I must say, offered from the universe. So this is something I feel like is coming up because I've been trying to release control. And I'm trying to embrace this awakening with a full hug. This process that I'm going through right now. And it's requiring some ego death and me reassessing some things, identities that I associated myself with, and I'm having to release this and let it go. And it is so much more freeing just to release it, I gotta say. So for the amethyst, the message that came through, and look how it matched my makeup. I didn't choose, I did my makeup first. And then this is the crystal that had the most energy. This is what the crystal, the message that came through. Synchronicity and oneness. The rhythm of the universe is easy to align with. Pay attention and observe the subtle shifts, and you will be swept in a wave. This is exactly where you are meant to be. An instrument in perfect tune. Kind of a weird way to word it, but it's basically like, you know, when if you're ever tuning an instrument and it finds the right note, it's like there's like this relief and the tension just goes away, right? It's like the tension is when the note is off, and then when it hits the right chord or it's right in tune, everything just flows. So that's what they were trying to tell me. The harmony cuts through straight to the heart, and it's like ecstasy. And that's what I was saying, like in the crystal, it's like this oneness. This is my emotional crystal, so maybe we're going to get some messages about processing some emotions and letting and releasing things go. But for the most part, the imagery that kept coming through was like floating in an abyss. That's what it's like to be attuned to the universe. It's like floating in an abyss. Could you let yourself experience that? Would you give that gift to yourself? There's no pressure. There's no pressure. It's in your nature to go through tension and flow, but you can always find the flow because it's in your nature to do so. And it's built, you have an inbuilt instrument within you, your heart. Let us pull cards. I am so excited. The energy's cracking up, guys. Look at this. Look at this. My flames are dancing. This is a really good omen. In my vision, I was just getting a lot of energy, and I was just like, something's coming. Something like some miraculous energy is coming through here. It's like the universe is like, you're home. You know who you are. Now let's celebrate. And I was celebrating too. I was like dancing up and down my house. Okay. Well, that came out. We have here 7 of Cups. Let's go ahead and clarify the 7 of Cups. The World card. Wow, they're right in alignment with our messaging. It's time to end the confusion, you know, right? It feels like there's a lot of choices, but there's only one choice. And that choice is to be present. And it's like when you're present, when you're fully present, there's no need to like know what the choice is. You're just gonna know. You're just gonna know. Okay. That got a little crazy. I had to put it out. We can ask if that was an omen. I mean, I don't feel like it's an omen of anything bad. I'm gonna say that's an omen of the full release that needs to happen in your life. Right? Letting the shedding away process, just letting it happen and fully embracing like who you are and what you're here to be and do in this lifetime. So now is the time for you to fully embrace who you are. Okay. And allow it all to fall away. So we have here 7 of Cups again with the World card. This is to me very symbolic of embracing the fullness of what you have here. You have one choice. That one choice is about being in the present moment. When you're focused on being in the present moment, you're less attached to outcomes and you're less confused, right? There's so much confusion, I think, when it comes to being human. And it's like if we allow ourselves just to be in tune with the flow, the waves and the rhythm, then there are going to be times where you don't know, right? There's a tension. There's a little bit of tension, but even tension is like good, right? If you think about sexual tension, right? A little bit of tension is good. Everything is about tension and flow in life. Okay. All right. Dramatic fire. Dramatic fire. Let's go ahead and look into some further messages that the guides have for us. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day or evening, whenever you guys are watching this. And enjoying these channeled messages that are coming through. I most definitely am. Whoa, we got the Magician. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is the way he's pointing downward, and it's, to me, this is bringing me back to the messaging of like, pay attention. So, okay, I'm going to give this example. So, you know, how people are often saying, or I will hear people often saying like, oh, I want this to show up in my life. Like I want to have a closer relationship with my partner or with my daughter, with my friends. And then their friends show up and they're like, hey, let's go hang out. And they're like, oh no, I don't want to. And I'm like, wasn't that the opportunity? You know, why do we miss these little moments? We miss the signals when the universe is working with us. We're not paying attention. It's like, pay attention. Okay, let's clarify that Magician, please. Ooh. Okay, hold on. These cards are falling out like crazy. Clarify the Magician, please. Ooh. Oh, that did want to come out. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Tell us more, guides. High Priestess. Wow. What is with these cards today? We have 3 major arcanas officially. So we have here the Magician with the High Priestess. And we also have here the the back of the card. And we also have here the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so obviously you are manifesting. Something is being manifested, but this is also divine timing. So to me, that's like perfect. This is like perfect synchronicity. It's showing up in perfect time and flow with the universe because it's something you've intended. So we are always co-creating. To me, co-creation is about having a vision. Like you are allowed to decide. You have the free will to decide what you want. But the universe, the way it shows up to you, they will create a pathway for you. It'll make it easier for you so it's not so confusing or challenging to know, how is this coming into my life? You don't have to know all of those details. So there's something, 3 of Pentacles, that is beautifully manifesting for you. Let's go ahead and get some clues. I'll pull one more tarot card and then we'll move on to the oracle cards. Clarify the 3 of Pentacles for me, please. 9 of Pentacles. That flipped out earlier. So there is like an opportunity to work with someone or to get a mentor perhaps as well with that High Priestess. Yeah, let me go ahead and clarify the High Priestess for you guys really quick. Clarify the High Priestess, please. Oh, okay. Too many cards. I literally, like 5 cards came out. Clarify the High Priestess, please. This energy feels very beautiful. I don't know, sometimes I look at her and she reminds me of like a 50s actress or something. Like whenever I stare at her long enough, she reminds me of an actress from the 50s, just so graceful. The way that this is coming into your life is going to feel so graceful, so effortless. Clarify the High Priestess. Ace of Swords. This is like a deep intuitive knowing. It's about a deep intuitive knowing. I mean, this is something you're manifesting, so I wouldn't doubt that you have a deep intuitive knowing for it coming into your life. Okay, so tell us more about this reading, guys. This is something that's going to make you feel just like really independent and just carefree and attended to and taken care of on the material plane. So it's so funny because I was talking about the Magician and I felt like he was pointing down. right? As above, so below. And we have the Three of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. So to me, that's like, he wants you to pay attention. He's saying essentially there's something like, you can kind of like look at the signs and shifts, but pay attention because it's about to happen is what they're saying. Pay attention because it's about to manifest into reality. Tell me more, guides. Whoa, we got love. So this has been a consistent theme. So the way that we manifest, like I always talk about the heart, that's not fluffy talk. That's like real stuff right there. The heart is it's the way. The heart is the way. It shows you how to, it gives you direction and helps you to kind of essentially manifest anything that you want to in your life. So use the heart as a source for how you're creating these beautiful experiences in your life. Don't fight that. That's your natural, the light, man, be so bright. Listening to that is what's going to help align you. So love, I mean, it's very interesting because we got Pentacles in combination with love. I think that's very interesting. I mean, it's a flow of abundance in all forms. Abundance usually shows up in all forms when it wants to show up. Okay, tell us more, guides. Three cards went flying out. And you know what's funny? They all give like the same messaging and they all have a single lone figure. We have here time to go. Again, the shedding process. Release what no longer serves you. Step into what you're being called towards. So release that. Come to the edge. This is how my life is feeling like lately. I'm like, oh. I feel like I'm having to come to the edge. And we have here poised, 48. Whew. Liberation is coming. Okay, so let's sit with this for a minute. Time to go. So there's something you're needing to release or say goodbye to. It could be a habit, a limiting belief, or it could be a situation, whether it's a person that's just no longer serving or aligned with the vision that you're creating for yourself in your life. Or it could be a job you're at, a position that you're involved in right now that just, it's no longer aligned with your vision for your life. It's time to go. Put your hand in your heart and be like, where am I feeling called to? Or what am I feeling called to? The reason why, this is why I loved Mina, the universe guru. I loved her teachings because what she teaches people to do is align with their desires. And we're taught that it's not healthy to follow our desires. It's selfish. And I'm like, you know how when you were a kid and you're just like, I want that, I want that. But then you were taught the programming of like, things are limited, right? It costs money, time, and energy to get all of those things. And it's hard. It's hard. Life is hard. Literally, my dad's mantra is life is hard. And that would drive me crazy. I would just, everything in me would just like fight that statement because I just knew it wasn't true. Life is only as hard as you want it to be. Everything's an opportunity for you to grow, for you to learn. Those who really acknowledge that thrive. Thriving, the secret to thriving is you take everything, you alchemize it, you turn every opportunity into gold and opportunity. I said golden and then I said opportunity, but it became golden opportunity. There you go. You turned it into a golden opportunity. There's a golden opportunity coming towards you. It requires you to come to the edge and take the leap. If you don't take the leap, the train's going to come time and time again until you take the leap. But if you take the leap, you are going to be rewarded. The universe rewards the brave. We have here poise, 48. This is something that's going to make you so, so, so happy. It feels like it's coming to the edge, right? Like it's scary because you're learning something new. You're learning how the universe requires you to take leaps. And it feels terrifying. Actually, Mina, the universe, she always says it should feel terrifying. It should feel terrifying. And I'm like, what? I was resisting that statement, I think, for a long time. I'm like, it should feel terrifying. I'm like, can't I find a safe way to like be in alignment with the universe? But the universe is big. So it does require leaps of faith. And especially in the beginning, it's something that's new. So if you're new to this awakening process of stepping out into embracing more of your truth and who you are, of course, it's going to be very uncomfortable at first. But then you're going to get used to it. You know, the minute I joined that public speaking group and I got in my comfort zone, I was addicted. I was like, wow, I want to keep doing this. I didn't know that I could feel brave. I didn't know that I could have that courage. And the more often I step out of my comfort zone and I'm brave and I'm courageous, I'm just like, I love this feeling. Where else can I experience this? Where else can I experience it? And this was the next thing, right? Like YouTube, and then the awakening, and then yeah, more things unlocking. Yeah, this is something that's going to make you feel free. Stepping into this place of freedom. All right, so let's go ahead and see some additional clues for you, my collective. Okay. I'd be shuffling crazy. Shuffling crazy. And did it flip? Yeah. We have your healer. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Okay. That's really beautiful. Healer, healer. You are healing. Perhaps you're feeling called to work with a healing teacher or someone who does healing. Someone who does healing of some sort. Okay, so I think what you're being called to do, because we have pentacles showing up, you're being called to be of service to other people. And I don't know, a lot of people, I've never cared about being labeled as a healer or labeling other people as healers, because, well, first of all, labels are, I don't have the fancy word for it, but they're kind of unnecessary because we're fluid creative beings. We can be anything. Hot. How am I hot? I turned the heater off. I'm wearing a tank top. Yeah. So passion to serve others. You're being called to your passion, your calling of serving other people. Healing and being of healing energy on this earth, mind, body, and spirit. That's where your calling is. Ability to help transform pain into healing. So I believe people are activator healers. We can't heal people, but we can activate healing in people. Clarify the healer, please. Oop. Okay, well, clearly, again, with the pentacles, this is something that's going to be very abundant for you. Very abundant. It's 10 of Pentacles abundance. It's like the maximum abundance. And I know it can be scary sometimes to go into healing work because you my thing was, I'm just like, before I was so into astrology and I loved studying it. Like I was in college, I would study it. And I was like, wait, what's the point? Like I can't go to school for this. Like who's going to pay me to be an astrologer? Like what is that? What is that even? But I'm like, it's fun. It's a fun hobby. And that's what we always tell ourselves. We're like, oh, it's a fun hobby. But actually, maybe you really want to do it. And wherever your heart calls, that's where it's going to be the most abundant. Okay. We have here disappointment in a friend or lover. What a delightful message. Delightful. Okay. Let's go ahead and see any more messages when I come through. Beware of great pride. Okay, so there's a disappointment of a friend or lover we're working through. What are we working through? Clarify the flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Ooh. I wonder if that's... So we have here Emperor and the Nine of Swords. So it's an authority figure. There's an authority figure in your life that influenced, I think, the direction that you were moving towards, right? And I was literally just talking about my dad when we got the Emperor. And essentially, yeah, this authority figure, maybe in your life, they told you you can't do that. No, you can't dream. That's impossible. What? You can't. Life is hard. You're supposed to struggle. But that's what they know. That's their story. And that's not the story of the universe. When you start listening to how the universe re-educates you, you'll realize that's not it. This is giving you anxiety. It's like the way that this person said, this is how you're supposed to live and this is what you're supposed to do. And maybe they were your idol and you really respected them and you held them in such high regard. But now it's time to reassess. You're the child of the divine, right? Okay, so go ahead and tell me more about the disappointment in a friend or lover. We have your death card. Dang. Put it to rest. Death card. It's time to end this conflict, end this war. This is about that Plutonian Scorpio energy. It's like release what doesn't serve you. The shadow side. Release the shadow. The shadow's just there for you to learn about yourself. It's like, okay, I've reassessed my shadow. Now it's time for me to understand how it helps me to value my light. Let's look into the beware of great pride. I wonder what that's about. Clarify the beware of great pride, guides. Ooh. Okay, we got ego. Whoa. What the? Whoa, there's another card hiding there. Okay, so we have here, I think this is exactly what I just said. So we have here the Six of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So again, this is about you wanted to do something. You're passionate about an idea and someone told you you couldn't do it. Someone told you couldn't do it. And so you stopped believing in yourself, and then you had to reteach yourself. You had to re-believe in yourself. Let me go ahead and switch the camera. Okay, you had to reteach yourself. And we have here 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups. Happiness. Your happiness is here today. The great pride was, I think this person had a lot of pride. They had a pride in the way that they saw themselves. They saw themselves as great, or that they're right. That's what pride is. It's like it blinds you. It tells you you're right. That's why I'm like, be a student of life. Say, humble me, universe. Show me what I am not paying attention to. Show me how I could learn and be more aware of what is happening here. And perhaps it's your ego, it's your pride. Maybe you inherited this same pride, right? About limitations, about what you can and can't do. Maybe you saw other people doing what you wanted to do, and that was kind of, it maybe encouraged you, but maybe part of you was like, well, they don't know what they're doing. Life is hard. But now you're saying, happiness is mine. And happiness is here. It's here. It's arriving. So it's up to you to decide. Do you want to take the leap? What do you want to do? This is your life. You always have free will. Okay, tell me more, guys. I got a lot of cards here. Whoa. Okay, there's a lot of energy, like the fire. And then we have like just cards flying out like crazy. We have crazy cards like the Magician, the World card, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Cups showing up in this reading. Okay, we have the Moon. This is about nurturing energy, intuition. It's about trusting yourself, creating a relationship with other people. We have Taurus. We have House 1 and we have House 3. Okay, so they want you to know that there are new connections coming into your life, new people. You know, we have the Knight of Cups here. I mean, the Ten of Cups. There are people, like someone coming towards you, people coming towards you, people being brought into your life. The right people are showing up here. When I say the right people, I'm just like people who are aligned with your higher self. You know, people who are aligned with their higher selves, people are aligned with your higher self. So these people are showing up in your life now. So now's the time to connect, open up House 1. Now's the time for us to feel courageous within ourselves and just trust ourselves. To me, the Moon, trust yourself, trust your intuition. This is about you. This is your story. What's your story? How do you want your story to be written? How do you want your story to be written? I'm not talking about controlling every detail. I'm saying, do you want someone to say that you went and you did the thing that you were meant to do? You did the thing that inspired you. You did something that opened your heart. Or do you want someone to say, oh, and then they gave up. And then they stopped, or they stopped trying, or they stopped believing, but then they got back up. Maybe they stopped believing, then they got back up. Ooh, that's a good story. They were discouraged, then they got back up. That's a great story. That's a movie, right? Don't we all watch those movies? I was thinking to myself, why do I love The Count of Monte Cristo? And I'm like, ooh, is it revenge? I like revenge. And I'm like, it's because he got back up in spite of all disappointment. That's why movies like that inspire us. Is we want to see people get back up. We want to see them do the thing. We have here Taurus, trust, patience, sensuality. Tell us more about the Taurus. It's about that sturdy, steady energy, trusting. Again, about manifesting abundance. Voice is cracking. Tell me more about the Taurus energy, guys. Whoop. Oh my goodness. Empress. Dang. Okay, so Taurus and Empress. This is abundance is yours now. Claim it. Claim it in your body. Claim it in your spirit. I'm going to make a video shortly, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but there's just so much, like, it's when you align with yourself, you don't have to go anywhere to understand your worth. You just need to, like, ask the universe to re-educate you. Like, how do I tap into my worth, universe? So this is the time. This is the time for you to receive what you want, what you desire, for you to be happy, truly, truly happy. Let's go ahead and do some advice cards and then we'll end this reading. I love these messages. Oh, okay, we have... Guys! We have here, ooh, Nick's secrets. So there's some things that are unknown. Let it be unknown. Let it be a mystery and how it comes to you. You don't need to know. You know, I like doing tarot. I really do, because it's fun and I like cards and it's cool. It's really brilliant. But like, I get amnesia half the time and I'm like, oh, I have no idea how that thing is going to come into my life. And then half the time when it shows up, I'm like, oh, it showed up. That's crazy. Didn't that reading say that it was going to show up? So we have here Nick's secrets. Secrets. Life is a mystery. You're a mystery. You're an evolving mystery. Enjoy the ride. Let yourself be an evolving mystery. This is what makes things exciting. That's feminine energy, mystery. If you allow yourself to be a mystery, there's so much to know. There's so much to learn. The universe is mysterious. We're never going to know everything. We're never going to know everything. We're never going to know everything. So it's like, don't waste your time. Like, take the time to really invest in the things that are really intriguing you. We have here 27 Lakshmi fortune. Come on. Come on. Are you excited now? 27 Lakshmi fortune. This is a vibration. This is the vibration you are being called to. This is advice cards. I mean, this isn't, okay, it's more than advice. It's more like what is coming into your life as well. But yeah, they want you to feel like, yeah, life is beautiful right now. You don't have to wait for life to be beautiful. It can be beautiful right now. Just because. Okay, let's go ahead and do one more advice card. Let us go. Let us go. Ooh, I'm thinking about the Whitney Houston song and Mariah Carey. There can be miracles when you believe. Okay. All right. So we have here hot. Dwalkul Dharma unfolding. Yeah, so your Dharma is unfolding. That's kind of the thing that's manifesting for you with this Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Magician and the World card. Your destiny is unfolding as we speak. We have here, remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So they also want you to be very present in every moment. One step at a time. One step at a time. You know? The universe can help you with leaps, but I'm just like, what's the point of being... I don't want to rush the process. I don't know. The thing is, the pacing of the universe will change just depending. There's no need to rush anything. It's like value everything. The slow, the fast, like whatever. Value it all. We have here the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. When I think of people as like my children, right? This is something that I was thinking about the other day. I'm like, if I think of every person as my children, I immediately care about them. Like, I immediately, like, I just want them to have the best life. I want them to be doing great and feel so good in themselves. So if we choose to see people from this place, you're my brother, you're my sister, and even though in this form you're my father, you're still my brother. Even though in this form you're my mother, you're still my sister. You know, even the people who you feel like are your enemies, that's my brother, that's my sister. I have so much love for my sibling. I have so much love for my siblings that I'm like, if I were to think of everyone as my brother and my sister, I would immediately be able to get into that vibration of love for them, no matter what. Because even your siblings, you'd be looking at them like, why did you do that? You know better. You know better. But then you're like, but I love you. And I got so much unconditional love for you. And I'm going to support you. Even in your craziness. I got you. Okay, let's go ahead and read a couple of messages from the book. And then we'll end this reading. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really, really do appreciate it. So Dwalkul, known as the Tibetan, is a Tibetan Buddhist master. He is said to have had many incarnations. When Dwokol appears in a reading, he reminds you that your path is unfolding as it should. Take one step at a time and remember that your only spiritual function is to be happy. You are a powerful person with many lessons under your belt. And I bet some of you are resisting it. Even something in me was resisting that when it said, my only job is to be happy. You know I say that sometimes in the readings, but I'm like, when I think about it myself, I'm like, hold on, I gotta let this sit and sink for a moment. Wait, my only job is to be happy. So what the heck am I doing? So with this poise, it's like the universe wants you to be happy. Your guides want you to be. If you ever communicate with your guides and you say, guides, what should I be doing? Like, what should I be trying to attain in this life? They're always going to be like, your happiness. Do what makes you happy. That's how I got educated on understanding that following your passion and your happiness is the key to life. Because I needed permission for someone to say, yeah, follow your happiness. You are a powerful person with many lessons under your belt and a real capacity to share your wisdom with the world. Take the time to go over what you've learned recently, recognize the strengths it has brought to you, and acknowledge where you have been courageous. And didn't I do that in the beginning of the video? Dwokol is now working with your angel guides to help your journey unfold like a beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. Yeah, like wouldn't you want to soak up each and every moment like a singular flower petal? Be present. So we have here the Miriam. Yes, the Empress energy is also about being in your body. Be present for every moment. The Miriam sacred vision. Let me find it. Some days, I wake up and I'm like, I'm struggling with this. God, I'm struggling with this universe. I'm struggling with this vision that you're showing me. I'm like, I'm struggling with this. And they're like, that's fine. You're allowed to struggle with it. You're allowed to go back and forth with yourself and be like, I don't get it. I don't understand how this is supposed to unfold. I don't know how this is supposed to be a thing. I don't understand how this person or this job or this situation is supposed to be manifest into my life. I don't know how I'm supposed to obtain happiness when I'm not happy right now. I don't know. But they're like, that's fine. Just start there and sit with it. And then maybe the next day you're going to wake up and you're going to feel differently. The Miriam, which means the beloved, are twin flame angels who come as one. They are the mirror images of each other. They are the angels who appeared to Mary Magdalene in the tomb of Jesus after his passing. These angels spoke directly to Mary and helped her move beyond her grief so that she was able to commune with Jesus once more. They can help us move beyond the cloud of grief too. They heal grievances of all kinds. So didn't I say when I got the amethyst crystal that we were going to get some emotional messages? Here they are. They heal grievances of all kinds, including ones that have been created by religion, or the idea that God does not love or accept us because of a mistake we once made. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And the thing is, that's why I love channeling so much, because I'm like, I don't have to wait for someone else to tell me who God is. I can just go find out on my own. Go find out on your own. Some people, they do that through seeking spiritual teachers. That's one way, but you literally don't have to go anywhere to know who God is. You just need to sit with yourself. Okay, the Miriam helps us to remember that we don't need to ask God for forgiveness because he never condemned us in the first place. There's a real opportunity for you to move beyond grief or grievance at this time. I can't say it. The Miriam are here swirling their holy light all around you so that you can regain a sense of union with spirit. You are loved beyond words, and that is 1000% a fact. That's not in the book. I'm saying that. Choose to see the light of God in everyone and everything and to love without boundaries. Now that one I gotta sit with, because I'm like, boundaries? They say love without boundaries. They're not saying that let people just do anything to you. Love without boundaries. So that's something you're offering to the world. So that means love in full capacity. Love in full capacity. It feels good to love in full capacity than it does to hold or restrain our heart. That feels worse. It feels so much better to just be like, I love you anyways, even though, you said that thing to me and it hurt my feelings. Honor others and honor yourself with your sacred vision. You are in a space of deep healing and forgiveness. You are in a space of choosing to see the light of the world will help you grow even more. Okay. So that's essentially what the healer energy was about as well. But it's like you are of this healing energy as well. This is what you can offer the world with that Dharma energy. But this is something you need to tap into for yourself. Why are you so good at forgiving? Why are people so good at teaching people how to love? Because they've done it for themselves. You can feel it in their energy. So own it. Own this energy of forgiveness. And you can, that's like the one gift you get to give to the world. It's like, I can teach people how to forgive because I've forgiven time and time again. I've had my heart broken and I've forgiven time and time again. And I've moved on. That sounded like an omission, didn't it? I was like, oh, 1 second. I felt it in my heart. I was just like, wait. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end on a final affirmation card for you guys. And then we'll end this because I want to end on a different note other than what I just said. Affirmation card for this collective, guides. Just threw itself out. We have here, I choose to be proud of myself. So if there's anything you should be proud of, and when it comes to pride, it's like proud of yourself for being alive. For being alive. It's not even because you survived or you're a survivor. Sometimes we feel like we need a reason to be proud of ourselves. Just be proud of yourself. We have here, I create the foundation on which my relationship is built. So you be a rock for your relationship. And it's so funny because I was talking about like people in relationships and how they don't realize what they have sometimes until it's too late. I create the foundation on which my relationship is built. There's no such thing as too late, by the way. I create the foundation on which my relationship is built. So partake in co-creating the foundation of your relationship. You with your people in your life, you be the foundation. You show the way, right? You decide what this relationship gets to be. You decide that it gets to be healing and abundant and beautiful. We have here, I'm creating room in my life for my soulmate. That's hilarious. That card doesn't come out like hardly ever. I think the last time this came out was like in a soulmate reading specifically, like one of the first ones I did on this channel. Yeah, so I'm creating room. So they have here, I create a foundation and then I'm creating room in my life for my soulmate. So this is preparation. This is preparation for the, the connections that are coming into your life. Prepare for that. Create it right now. If you want it to come into your life, you got to make space for it by energetically creating space for it and saying, yes, this gets to be in my life. I deserve to love so fully that I get to share this experience with someone I care about deeply. Okay. That's going to be the end of this channel message. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you gained something beautiful from that experience. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful day or evening. Bye.